win once again. You know what I'm saying? Lone Wolf TV. Doing what I do best in life so far. And that's talk shit about being misunderstood. And that's to talk for the motherfucking loners of the world, man. You know? How y'all living today? That's the main question. How y'all living out there? Let me know the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Today I was just doing some thinking. Well, not today. I thought of this topic a few days ago. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? I need to drop some game for the real misunderstood motherfuckers of the planet. And that's degenerates. And I kept hearing this shit on somebody's podcast, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say his name, give him no more clout than he already got. God damn it. Well, I mean, you can't get no clout off of this page, but a degenerate, he made me look at the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know what that word really meant, but I've heard it before. And I was like, man, what the fuck do that? I know it was in a negative connotation. So I looked the word up, and y'all know how I get down when I write my notes. We start with the definition of whatever I'm talking about is. So the definition of a degenerate, here we go. Having lost the physical, mental, or moral qualities considered normal and desirable, showing evidence of decline, right? All right. Lacking some property, order, or distinctness of structure are usually present. What? Yeah, I don't know. I think these motherfuckers wrote that definition ugly. It say lacking some property, order, or distinctness of structure are usually present. I don't know what I guess they saying like lacking this shit is usually present. We're gonna say that. And an immoral or corrupt person decline or deteriorate physically, mentally, or morally. Those are the definitions of degenerate. So basically a degenerate is in a more quicker terminology is an immoral or corrupt person, right? So who do y'all think in this world is considered immoral and corrupt? Okay, so think about who you would consider immoral. You might consider a pastor immoral. You might consider pimps, thugs, gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Trap rappers. Tupac was a degenerate because they look at people that they come from the hood and come from lower circumstances as degenerates. Actually, people don't respect you if you ain't rich yet. So you don't get the respect for you know what I'm saying? And I ain't crying about getting no respect. I really don't give a damn. That's why we finna get into the pros and cons of being a degenerate, because I know how to take lemonade and make that shit Kool-Aid. I can mix it up. Motherfuckers want to just give you the traditional lemonade. Nigga, I'll throw a goddamn sprinkle of some Kool-Aid sauce up in that motherfucker and get it cracking. With some extra sugar in that bitch, stir it up, nigga. Hey, your ass out here with the sweet tooth. But nigga, being a degenerate, that's why I say Tupac, as much as we look up to Tupac, you know what I'm saying? Much as we look up to this nigga, or as much as we look up to Pac, we people will consider him a bad influence because of the thug life, because of what he did in the ending time of his career, right? So his degeneracy would come from the fact that he let the streets dictate, you know what I'm saying, his character. And a degenerate is they consider degenerates people that drink alcohol, people that smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? Then they feel like people with tattoos are emotionally weak people, is how tattoos are viewed in the world. You know, well, to certain people, I'm gonna say to men, I'm gonna say to men that got paper and all that, and motherfuckers that got the room to criticize people, they feel like tattoos are, you know what I'm saying, a sign of emotional neglect. So, and it is some truth in that if you want to get in the psychological realm of why people do that shit. But it's some people with tattoos out here that'll beat your ass. That's all I'm saying. And motherfuckers make it seem like ass whooping is emotional. No, if you disrespect a person's existence, right? Why in the fuck would they respect? Why would they put more respect on you for not respecting them? So that's where we get this culture of pushback from a younger generation when they see that an older generation really didn't help shit, and then they criticizing the recent generation that's coming up. So why the fuck would a young degenerate nigga listen to you because you got a suit on and you got $100,000 saved up, or you got $100,000 you can throw inside of a business, or you got all this financial and material gain, right? Which is results from what you do. I ain't hating on it, but it's niggas like me out here that ain't got shit. It's young niggas out here that ain't finna have a good Christmas. It's young niggas out here that don't have time to really sit back and think about the better times of life. Is who I'm vouching for. I'm vouching for the nigga who mama ain't shit. I'm vouching for the nigga who daddy ain't shit. We didn't all grow up in perfect conditions. So I despise motherfuckers who try to make it seem like because you didn't grow up in a certain condition that you're a degenerate just by default. So how was this nigga not supposed to be a degenerate if the way that the world keep on pointing at him is forcing him to look at himself as if he's less than? Because what the fuck is the world at the end of the day? The world try to tell us who the fuck we supposed to be. If you ain't going to work, you lazy. You ain't know who the fuck said that? Who the fuck even made the word lazy? That's because some bitch ass nigga wanted to get his motherfucking fence built and he couldn't do it himself. So he needed some help, but the help was like, nigga, fuck your fence. And ever since then, I feel like motherfuckers was like, you know, we gotta get niggas in order. We gotta strip motherfuckers of shelter for free. We gotta strip motherfuckers of their freedom to just live as they want to live. So we finna make these motherfuckers do some shit. Now, in my own mind, I feel like, yeah, a man is supposed to be out there building. A man's supposed to do whatever. And if it's weak men out here, weak men have to get dealt with. I'm not here to try to validate men sitting on their ass, but I'm talking about the fact that we didn't create none of this shit that we talking about. We didn't create none of this money. We didn't create none of these ideas. The European society gives a fuck about this shit, not us. We had shit cracking. We had shit cracking when black people was running shit, man. You know, but let's get into the pros and cons of being a degenerate. Since if you grow up with a father, you're a degenerate. I mean, without one. If you grow up without one, you aiming towards degeneracy. And that's something that you couldn't control. So I'm here to speak for you, my brother. Pros of being a degenerate. Let me tell y'all the pros first. Let me tell y'all how I can turn some shit water into crisp water. Right? Fearlessness. A degenerate don't fear shit, according to the terms. I ain't sitting here claiming degeneracy. Like I'm not finna get out here and I'm a degenerate. I ain't finna sit out here and just represent the word. But I'm talking about the pros of being one and where the people got us fucked up. Fearlessness. We don't fear shit. Look at Tupac. Tupac is the #1 degenerate. If niggas want to talk about the product of their environment and what they was doing and tattoos and thug life and all that shit and they feel like niggas didn't have no morals, which Tupac did, but it's a moral decline. When you seen him do the thug life shit, I can admit he started hanging with Suge Knight and his blood homies, and they got him in some shit that he didn't never get out of. That's degeneracy. That's, you know, we gonna fight in Las Vegas. We gonna fight and risk our lives to prison or death. That's degeneracy. That's fearlessness as well. We ain't scared to die. What was the number one thing Tupac used to say? I ain't scared to die. He used to talk about reincarnation. He used to talk about the fact that, you know what I'm saying, you gotta really just put your all into what the fuck you want to do. And he died about it. He said real niggas choose the time to go when they choose their time to die. So we can really sit here and say that nigga chose his time to go. Allegedly. Because I know he wasn't speaking like that, but you know what he's saying is, if you got an enemy and then you never bow down, you know you finna die, and the nigga got this gun at your head, you got to sit there and die. You know what I'm saying? Tupac was a degenerate according to societal standards. Okay. Another degenerate is Future. We ain't got to go down the line of that, but that's that leads to my next point of how women love degeneracy. This is a pro of degeneracy because women love it. So let me break that down. Women dictate everything. Women dictate what's cool. Women dictate what's not cool. Women dictate who lame and who not lame. Women dictate who they gonna fuck with and who they not gonna fuck with. Which is why niggas always tell y'all to choose better, because y'all have the accessibility to choose better. We not telling you to choose better because you a dumb broad or nothing. It's like, choose better dudes because you have the capability to do so if you fit certain dude standards. You know, you can't get every dude. You know, certain dudes don't want single mamas, certain dudes don't want fat bitches. So you gotta pick and choose what you can get. The same for men. But women love degeneracy, and I was recently told this shit. Not in that format, not in those 3 words, but women love when you don't give a fuck, is what I'm saying. Not giving a fuck is deemed immoral, because I don't give a fuck about life. What is this shit? I never asked for it. My don't give a fuck don't come from the lack of having material things and no shit like that. It ain't nothing like that with me. You know, my shit is more like in a sense of I'm still romantic. I can still do shit for a woman, but I put my foot down at the end of the day. They look, well, no, the woman told me that she liked who I was as a upright. I stand up for what I am. I'm unapologetic. And no matter what if I'm saying fuck Jesus, nigga, that's what she fucking with. That's what I'm saying. That's what, at least that's how she made it seem. But you know, I'm not seeking validation from nobody, and women love the confidence of thug niggas. Women love the confidence that we have because it exudes protection. It exudes that this nigga's not finna play with nobody. And that's what they fuck with. Don't let no woman sit here and tell you they want no sensitive nigga. You know what I'm saying? You could be sensitive, but you gotta be the right kind of sensitive. You feel me? You can't be no pussy out here, and just because you pay the rent and you eat a pussy, she gonna stay. No, if the matter of fact, if the meat ain't good, if you ain't meeting the bitch up good, and you lame, and if you not giving good meat and you lame, you losing your bitch. And I'm letting you know that. Especially in this era, nigga. No woman wants no Russell Wilson ass nigga. They want Russell Wilson for the bread. They want Russell Wilson for the accolade on the arm. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, they don't want no Russell Wilson. A nigga that ain't Future. They want the NBA young boy type niggas. I'm telling you, because I was one. And I got so much pussy that it's ridiculous. You know, I probably ain't got a lot of, I got about 15 bodies on me, and I'm 30. So, I mean, I'm real cautious about who I fuck and why I'm fucking. I'm not just a, you know, I've never really just been the horny dude. I've been horny, of course, but I'm not like a super undisciplined motherfucker to where I'm just out here finna fuck anything because I'm horny. So, you know, 15 bodies ain't a lot for a nigga, you know, but at least in society, it ain't. 15 bodies ain't shit. In fact, the fact that I can remember all of them shows that I ain't just out here, you know. But that ain't, even if I was, that don't take my value down at all unless I was having kids or some shit. You know, but I only got one child out of all this fucking. So I'm a little more cautious than motherfuckers will believe me to be. But that's one of the main pros of being a degenerate. Women like niggas that come from the struggle. Women don't give a damn about no nigga that come from the suburbs, got to fix her life and do all that. They don't give a damn about that till they 40. Because they start to see that the swag of the person don't matter. They start to see that your attraction to a person is what kept you there. And then now that you was just so damn, you were so damn attracted to this nigga that you didn't give a damn about his wealth. You didn't give a damn about him upkeeping his life. So here we are. Here we go in this era where women are niggas ain't shit. Niggas need to do better. I get more money than a nigga, so I don't need a nigga. And it's true. We got a lot of sorry ass motherfuckers out here. And that's just real. We got a lot of sorry black men that's walking around, and I'm only speaking for my race because that's all I give a fuck about. But we got a lot of sorry ass niggas walking around this bitch, and ain't nobody really making no real change. If you ask me, ain't nobody making no real change in the black community. It's some people that's making moves, but change, we still out here fucked up. But one thing I will say is only you can change your life. So you can take game from people that may be making moves, but you got to make the moves to change your own life and then make your life relevant. But enough of that, you know, women love degeneracy. And I'm not saying y'all love it in a way where y'all love it to admit it. Y'all love a nigga that come from nothing. And usually a nigga that come from nothing is a degenerate. He don't have a father. He come from a fucked up mama, a fucked up house, traumatized all over the place. Nigga been shot at, ain't no telling. You know, just out here living life and didn't have no guidance. Usually a degenerate is a nigga that didn't have guidance, didn't have a father figure around. I can admit all this shit because that's me. I was out here, nigga, trying to find my way without game from a man. And then I grow up. What really fucks with me is I grow up and then I hear niggas talk about how me not realizing that my life was a fuck up is my fault. Or they make it seem like it's your fault. Nigga, I always say this. I didn't ask to come here fatherless. I didn't ask to come here and have a fucked up mama like I do, but that's another story. So the fact that I was given this shit, I'm supposed to just, you know, listen to a motherfucker that was born in a better position. Is that how I'm supposed to do it? Am I supposed to fuck with who I feel like is more genuine to my cause? Now I can respect you if we got opposing views. That's different. I don't get emotional about motherfuckers I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If I don't know you, I really don't give a fuck about what you're talking about, but I take the game from what you're talking about and then I apply it. But I also dissect shit that niggas be saying sometime, and I be like, so at the end of the day, you're really just trying to speak to a certain class of people. Shira Sunshine in the building. She say, maybe not your fault, but your responsibility sucks. You're right. The responsibility come when after you done already realize the shit. You know, you realize like, oh, okay, well, I ain't shit. And then you gotta fix your brain and trying to tell yourself that you are something. Cause I went through like 2 years ago when I first started going home. Well, in 2016, when I first started going homeless, I was a hopeless nigga. I was popping XOs. You know what I'm saying? I was taking 4 bars for the depression, getting drunk. I probably, nigga, I added drugs to my caliber of drugs. I was just smoking weed, ain't no drug to me, but I was smoking weed and I was already drinking. Okay. Went homeless, niggas started popping XOs, and then niggas started running into 4 bars around the time when the Migos was really at their peak, nigga. Shout out RIP the goddamn tape, nigga. When they was really at their peak, they were popping them perkies and them foes and shit. I was on the 4 bars. I never tried a perk, but I ain't no better. So I'm just saying, the shit that J. Cole started talking about, the KOD album, I was around for all that. I mean, of course I was around for the shit, but I'm saying I was a nigga that those niggas was talking to. That J. Cole, that J. Cole was talking to on that album. It's just a big addiction. You so fucked up in your head that you gotta deprogram the motherfucker and get faded. Because it's so much shit that tell you that you ain't shit and nothing that tells you that you are the shit. Even in your community. Because even, I'm FBA all day. I fuck with Tariq and them. I fuck with the new black media, but nigga, ain't nothing above reproach. So sometimes I'll be like, and this ain't no coon shit. I'm not denigrating these brothers, but sometimes you look at the shit that these niggas be saying and they shit on where you come from. And I ain't gonna say shit on it like they got something against us like that. They really be trying to game us up. Shout out to Jason Black, shout out to Professor Black True, shout out to Tariq Nasheed. They give brutal game, okay? But it also makes me sit back and think like, okay, my nigga, it ain't no one way to be. There's no one way to be. It's my only thing that I experienced in life. Because when you try to be one thing, whatever you trying to escape from being comes back, and then you got to deal with that. Then you got to deal with trauma, depression. You got to deal with battles in your head still, no matter what kind of nigga you trying to become. You know what I'm saying? But these brothers woke me up. I give them props for this. They woke me up to the fact that I might have been overly emotional due to the fact that I ain't have a father around and didn't know that was why my anger ran so deep. So I give them the therapeutic respect for that. But I never worship what no motherfucker talking about. So some of the shit that they say, it just excludes a certain class of black people. And I'm not saying that they some bitch ass niggas for that. I don't want to, cause these niggas got a following that'll come attack the fuck out of you. I don't have no smoke for none of these niggas. I just got questions that I can call in to some of these niggas shows and shit, but I'm not no real groupie type nigga like that. I rather pay for these niggas time to sit down and pick the brain. That's what I'd rather do. But in my position, I don't think I have 1,000 or 2,000 that these niggas might charge for the game. So I don't know what they charge me. I'm willing to pay it, but shit, it's just some shit make you think deeper than once somebody puts something in your head. This is what being around people does. It helps you think. It expands your mind. It makes you think from another person's perspective when you're around other people, which is why some people go crazy being around people, because you got to kind of cater to people. We in the universe mean one. But as much as I'm always 50-50 on my beliefs, because who knows what's real and what's not. But the universe, the way that the word is, we all one. You know what I'm saying? And that's where human interaction is supposed to teach you about yourself. Human interaction ain't to really just flower yourself or water yourself as a flower. You know what I'm saying? It's more to show you where you could enhance your thoughts or where you need to kind of tone your thoughts, or you need to tone your opinions down, or tone certain shit down, you know? And shit, what the fuck was I talking about? I done lost my brain. But yeah, you gotta tone certain shit down as a damn, I don't know what the fuck I was talking about, man. Anyway, I was making my point. Anyway, pros of being a degenerate. We are not easily influenced. Okay? Regardless of what you done heard about degenerates and how we might be peer pressured and all that, and we fell into, or some people go into gangs and all that just for protection. That's a certain level of street life right there. But we are not easily influenced as degenerates. We not easy. That's a pro of being a degenerate. We don't trust shit, which I should have wrote inside of my shit. I should have put that next to not easily influenced, because we skeptical about everyone. That's the next one. We are not easily influenced, and we are skeptical about everyone. We ain't easily influenced because we skeptical. We already gonna look at you. I don't give a damn if you got $1 million, $100 million, and you come and be like, hey, I got a proposition for you for $1 million. I got my eyebrow up at you until I get my $1 million, motherfucker. I don't trust shit. Ain't no way that I'm finna just trust a motherfucker because he black, or it's a HBCU, or it's this. I mean, fuck all of that. I be tired of motherfuckers trying to use unity as a scapegoat, or as a reason why shit shouldn't be questioned. You got me fucked up. I'm questioning everything, nigga. How fucked up we is out here? You mean to tell me my community already look down at me, and I gotta deal with the fact that my community don't fuck with me, and the fact that white supremacy don't fuck with me? Now, white supremacy, I don't give a fuck about them fucking with me, but when white supremacy is powerful enough to make your own people come at you, or if white supremacy is strong enough to where they can place their values on top of the black community, and we just kind of hijack they thought process and try to make it our own, I get skeptical about that kind of shit. Because why are we comparing ourselves to white people? If we was the ones running this shit from get-go, I know it's a new day, why the fuck ain't we thinking about how to run this shit in a new way? I don't get why motherfuckers just want to keep coming to the platform and talking about white supremacy and all that shit. I mean, we could keep awareness on it, but my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Shit get mundane after, so we got to just start making. Some of these motherfuckers just seem real performative to me. Some shit seem real performative, and it holds so much game that it makes a young nigga that don't have shit just kind of tune into the game and tune out the other shit that need to be heard, my nigga. These big ass ears, I be hearing everything you niggas is saying, and I think that it's at least 45% of the black community that got to get left out if motherfuckers want to really hold what this new black media shit is trying to promote. Now, I'm down with the shit. I ain't saying that niggas shouldn't get down with it, but it's a big mental fuck to wake up to yourself. It's a big mental piece of the game to realize, okay, this is what we need to be. This is how we got to do it. So I'm fucked up out here because, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying. You fucked up out here for trying. You fucked up out here if you don't try. So that's my whole thing. That's why I say I'm here for the misunderstood and the loners. Because the misunderstood is a nigga that's kind of sitting here questioning all this shit. That's like, so nigga, what if I die broke? Then you just die broke. That's how the world feel about you. That's how the black community feel about you. You just the dead nigga with no legacy. So my whole thing I took off of that was I'm finna build my own legacy. And I respect them niggas for that. Because that's what they doing. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to find my own route to where I'm not really even really listening to other motherfuckers no more. But I'm just I lack so much game from not having a father. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that niggas got to think about. You lack so much game from not having a father. So all you end up doing is sitting out here and you end up picking up game from your favorite rapper. You pick up game from your favorite podcaster. You pick up game from your favorite book or books or rappers or podcasters. And you just put that shit together and try to formulate your own mind, you know? Don't follow one nigga's mind. That's one thing I've never been a part of. You know, you take bits and pieces and you do what's necessary with that. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you just wasting time. But let's keep going. Okay, that was the pros of being the degenerate. Let's run down. Let's do a recap on the pros. Fearlessness, the fact that women love degeneracy, not easily influenced, skeptical of everyone. Those are the pros. Cons of being a degenerate. People look at you as powerless, alcoholism and drug addiction, most likely fatherless or lacked a father figure, suicidal, never finding real peace within. Now, this is where I agree with the world on what they say about us. Because the pros was just how I'm going to show them how motherfuckers is going to probably remain a degenerate because women respect it. That's really my number one point. Women respect the nigga who don't give a fuck. So, nigga, here go the cons. People look at you as powerless. You a degenerate, they feel like you can't fight white supremacy. They feel like you too emotional to stand the test of times, which I can respect that. Which is why if it got down to White House business, I'm probably gonna become a funder. I'm gonna fund the motherfucker to come talk the shit that I want to be spoke in a more eloquent way, because I come from a background where I don't give a fuck about suits and none of that shit. I'm coming in if I can come in the White House and talk like this, I'm talking like this, nigga. Because I want my point to be understood. So you go into the White House, if you want your point understood, you got to pay a motherfucker who can talk in white people language. I can only go so far in white people terminology. So, and I ain't saying they smarter than me. It's just I don't give a fuck to keep up the rapport with motherfuckers. Like I'm a cuss, I'm gonna say some wild ass shit. I'm gonna fuck around and stumble over a few of my words a little bit because I might be faded. God damn it. This is real life. This ain't no motherfucking book. That's what I want niggas to realize. This ain't no motherfucking movie, nigga. This is real life. And a nigga can choose to do what the fuck he wanna do. So for motherfuckers to really sit around and be like, you would degenerate if you do this and you just judgmental. And that's cool to be judgmental. But nigga, we also don't have to give a fuck and we also can beat your ass. So on to the next one. Alcoholism and drug addiction. Drinking alcohol right now, I'm a degenerate. I smoke weed. I got about 800 doobies sitting right up in this bitch. Because I smoke weed like niggas smoke they ops. Shit, nigga. Degeneracy, right? Let's keep going. Most likely fatherless or lacked a father figure, and I lacked both. I had motherfuckers that showed me what work was. I had motherfuckers that showed me how to get this bread. You know what I'm saying? How to go out and mow a lawn for some money and shit. Old traditional ways of making money. But no one to really game me up. Father wasn't around either. I had to live with my motherfucking mama, full of emotion, beating my ass because the goddamn teacher called in and shit, because the teacher called said I was talking in class. I don't give I would never whoop my daughter for using her motherfucking mouth. That's the reason why I don't like my mama now, nigga. And I don't give a fuck. I know motherfuckers looking like, damn, you nigga, you just gonna put your mama out on black, nigga? Fuck that. You give a fuck about her? That motherfucker That motherfucker would sit here and act like she gave me a life worth giving a fuck about, or like she birthed a nigga that she cherished. My mama don't give a fuck about me, bro. Oh, whole time I grew up, my mama ain't never said, and I ain't even holding this to her. This ain't the biggest piece of why I really don't fuck with my mama. I really don't fuck with my mama for other reasons. But she ain't even never said I love you. My mama ain't even that kind of woman. That's why I respect my granny. Actually, my granny really never said the shit, but she showed it more than anything. She showed that she loved you. My mama showed that she really regretted having our ass. And that's where I be at with this shit. She regretted having us, nigga. Don't give a fuck about you putting no roof over my head and giving me some old measly ass clothes that you supposed to do. And then the black community so fucked up that they think that they ain't supposed to do it. We ain't good. Y'all so entitled. Shut your bitch ass up. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers so niggas entitled these days. I'm talking about a specific person. Nigga made a post today talking about motherfuckers be entitled. Somebody like talking about entitled little bastards. Niggas ain't entitled. Niggas see that y'all didn't do shit in the last generation, nigga. We entitled to some ass whooping. That's what we entitled to, bitch ass niggas. Tired of these hoe ass niggas out here, bro. I got uncles and shit. Niggas lame as fuck. Niggas ain't never did shit. Niggas ain't accomplished shit. That's what I be angry at. Nigga want to call me a now I ain't saying my uncles called me no degenerate, but niggas, I'm talking about niggas in this world want to call you a degenerate as if you ain't facing real life bitch ass niggas in your family. Got me fucked up. All right, that lead me to my next point. Suicidal, nigga. If you already suicidal, nobody can't fuck with you. Nigga. Don't let nobody sit up here and tell you that, you know what I'm saying, because you drank liquor and you get through your battles how you get through that they better than you. Fuck them. Ain't nobody better than you, nigga. Ain't nobody better than you. I want you to know that shit. I want you to understand that you ain't gotta conform to no form of society. Fuck what all these niggas be talking about. I fuck with Tariq and them and Jason Black and them. Sometimes I be like, fuck what they talking about. Them niggas is just, they in a better caliber than a nigga. I ain't never a nigga to shit on nobody, but I ain't never a nigga to shit on nobody that gave me game. But some of the shit you gotta lead the bullshit, take the good. You know what I'm saying? Some of the shit is just their own theory as well. Ain't everything a motherfucker say ain't factual. So y'all gotta stop that shit in the community as a whole. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, motherfucker suicidal, he already don't give a damn about life. You know, I always say this. They always say in the art of war, don't go to war with people that have nothing to lose. And I say that they say that because they know that they could possibly lose that battle. They make it seem like it's this psychological thing to where the person that has nothing to lose is weaker than the person that has something to lose, which is false in my world. Because if I have nothing to lose, that means there's no God holding over my life. That means there's no respect I have for an entity outside of myself. That means that I don't respect shit that you talking about. So I will knock you the fuck off as soon as I get the chance to, and you won't get the chance to go rally up your peoples. Because if you bump into a nigga who don't have nothing to lose, you can end up like our favorite rappers have ended up. They be at the top and they get took down by dusty niggas. They get took down by niggas who don't have nothing. And since niggas want to clown the niggas that don't have shit, this is the result. So instead of actually coming up with a plan to help motherfuckers, you can't help everybody. So it's always going to be a degenerate on the loose that's shooting niggas that was doing something for people. So the fact that this shit exists, where the fuck does God come into play with this shit? Which is why at the end of the day, all we be hearing is man-made opinions. So I don't really give a fuck about a man-made opinion if it ain't helping my life. If what you saying ain't necessarily helping my life, I tune that shit out. I don't have no full-fledged emotion about a nigga I don't know. All I know is that I'm skeptical about your ass because I don't know you. Never finding real peace within. That's one of the cons of being a degenerate. You don't really never find real peace within because you steadily skeptical, you steadily questioning shit, and motherfuckers are steadily giving you a reason to question shit. You know? But yeah, man, that's it, man. Recap. People look at you as powerless, alcoholism and drug addiction, most likely fatherless or lacked a father figure, suicidal, never finding real peace within. Those are the cons of being a degenerate. And I'm here to let you niggas know, I don't give a fuck about how you feel about me, nigga. I'm a degenerate, so what? That's what I'm a die ass, nigga. Because my life didn't hand me no shit to where I'm supposed to be this upright ass nigga. And niggas that got paper and they talk that shit, that upright shit don't be upright them damn selves. We all flawed out here, my nigga. Ain't nobody, just because you got paper and because you got influence and you got this, you got 100,000 motherfuckers that subscribe to what you say, that ain't even half of the world. So none of you niggas sway me like that. No, I want everybody to know that shit. Ain't nobody swaying only I sway my own opinion. And the one thing I respect from the black movement, the new black media, the new movement that's going on, the FBA movement, is these reparations. We got to get that. Anything else is personal. Because their opinions on life is personal. That's a personal opinion. So I want my people to really realize that people that have podcasts and people that have influence are going to just use what they know, or they're going to use their knowledge to influence or make money. It ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, I just finally came to grips with the fact that, you know, you got to correlate, you got to create your own lane. And motherfuckers ain't gonna even like you within your own lane. It just ain't nothing. It's just, life don't come with, okay, I'm this nigga, so I'm respected by everyone. That's not how life works. That ain't how I seen life work. I do this one thing so everybody in the world holds respect to me. It's some motherfuckers that don't respect you because you doing this shit. So it's all a big clusterfuck in the community, man. That's why I had to come and speak for the degenerates, man. A degenerate is a nigga that don't have a daddy, a nigga that really don't give a fuck about dying, a nigga that don't give a fuck. That's declining morally. The definition of degeneracy is declining on a physical or mental or spiritual decline of life. And if you have ever been on that level, you've been a degenerate. If you've been a nigga that been kind of like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about nobody's feelings, they consider that degeneracy. I mean, shit, morally, ain't that out the window? If you got morals, that mean that you wouldn't strip. That's like certain shit like that. You wouldn't show your ass in public. Morals is just certain shit that you wouldn't do. Everybody got morals. But when you have less morals than the rest of the world, they consider you a degenerate. Me, I'm just kind of here to die. I want to see what's next, because when you hear, it just sounds like a whole bunch of riffraff of getting to the top. It's one nigga that's telling you got to get to the top with money. Then this motherfucker tell you got to get to the top with your spirit. Then you use your spirit and you broke. So you got to kind of tap back into the flesh and get back into the money game. And then when you start tampering with both of them, you start seeing how much of bullshit both of them are. So I'd rather be a degenerate, because I don't give a fuck about none of this shit, because it just may be too confusing for some motherfuckers to really just give a damn. That's all I'm saying. Motherfuckers make it seem like it's so, like, life is just so goddamn hard that some niggas just give up. I respect the nigga that give up because he made a choice. Shit. But me, my form of giving up is just like completely not doing nothing, you know, not even trying to figure shit out. That's giving up. But if you like, if a nigga quit his job and then he just go homeless and he's still looking up shit or doing research, you know what I'm saying? Or he keep a little job while he homeless just to, you know, keep some kind of quality of life to where he can possibly become something. You know what I'm saying? I respect that over a bitch ass nigga who put money over everything, or who put uh the respect level of where your finances and resources is at my nigga. Because white people created all this shit, not created like peanut butter and shit that make money, but they created this whole you don't work, you don't eat thing. And I ain't saying niggas ain't supposed to, we ain't supposed to be sitting around, but I'm saying you're not supposed to be going to work just to eat McDonald's. The world should be paying us enough to where we can go to eat. Like every paycheck we should, if we wanted to go to Papa Do's, we could, nigga. But we ain't getting paid that shit. So then you got these gurus sitting out here that capitalize off of the fear and the disappointment of people that haven't had what they have. I'm not a dumbass. I know how marketing and how business go, but business is business. Once you give these niggas money for their game, you can't turn around and try to be moral with them niggas and be like, I thought you was this person. And then when you see one of their opinions don't match yours, that ain't big. That's personal at that point. Business is never personal. You know what I'm saying? So I want people to realize that some of these niggas out here for business purposes. They're not out here to help the black community. These niggas out here trying to, you know, get papered up. And I feel like we all should be out here getting papered up. So take your own life, my nigga, and turn that shit into something. We ain't gotta worship no nigga because he got status. Fuck that nigga. I don't give a fuck about no nigga with status. Who cares? What the fuck are you doing for the people? That's what matters. And if you can show me what the fuck you're doing for the people to where the people start clowning me for not fucking with you, then I put you in the box. But my validation don't mean shit. My validation is for me. So I'm just letting motherfuckers know that I see bullshit, and I also know how to hold on to something until further evidence is proven. And some of these black movements out here, my eyebrow is up at y'all, my nigga, and I will keep my eye on that shit. So you know what I'm saying? I just want motherfuckers to know that being a degenerate, you can look at it in the pros or you can look at it in the cons. The world don't give a fuck about motherfuckers that don't have nothing. So if you don't have nothing, the universe, I mean not the universe, the world, the sick society is going to pinpoint you as some kind of failure because you didn't make it to a certain level that the white man deemed successful. I never understand this shit. I really won't. Because my biggest question is this: how the fuck are we gonna fight white supremacy when black people themselves are clowning niggas for being victims of it? Calling niggas broke, calling niggas this and that, this and that. And then once a nigga get to a level where he's trying to combat white supremacy like Kanye West, niggas tell you that you gotta be strategic. Then what the fuck are y'all doing? What strategic move are y'all? How was shit strategic to post it on YouTube to where other white people can assess this shit and then say be strategic? Some of this shit, I mean, I just got a question. Ain't nobody above reproach, nigga. I question all you niggas. I respect you niggas, and I still question y'all ass, nigga. Cause how the fuck that shit work? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers want you to be, motherfuckers will call you a cone just for trying to survive. See what Deion Sanders going through, right? There's some people in the black community that's calling him a fucking coon. Or saying he sold out the black community. He sold out the black community to better his life. But this is what I'm saying. When you a degenerate, you respect other people's thoughts. you respect the thoughts of the niggas at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas at the top don't respect niggas at the bottom. That's just simple. So I don't never try to gain or respect the niggas that's at the top. I just try to get, I'm trying to get the paper they getting. So you got to give them some form of respect. So, you know, Deion Sanders ain't wrong for going to Colorado. You feel me? Deion Sanders is getting more money for what the fuck he offering. I feel like a black man needs to get paid millions for what the fuck he doing. That nigga's getting paid 300,000 where he was at. So shit. Nigga, what choice would you make? But this is where my point comes back into play. Motherfuckers warship being upgraded to white corporations. And it's okay, because if they willing to give you more money, take that shit and do something else with it. My thing is, none of that money that Deion Sanders is getting is going to a homeless black person. And I ain't saying you got to give all your money to the community. I'm just saying, bro, it's so many millionaires, not just Deion Sanders. There's so many millionaires and billionaires in our community, and it seems like our community is just still the trashiest shit in the world. How the fuck are you black and you didn't sit back and think about the days you was broke? And another nigga might be going through it, and another nigga might be going through it. I ain't saying save the whole world, but my nigga, you can make a change. A big enough change is changing the state. 50 Cent making a change in Houston. They gave that nigga a day. So it's obviously that nigga then came through for Houston in the clutch. See what I'm saying? Niggas don't fund black communities, but complain about our conditions. So that's where I be at. That's why I remain a degenerate. I don't give a fuck about how y'all view me, nigga. I get this paper. I help the right amount of people. I help them while waking enough people up. Fuck you and how you feel about me, nigga. And that's real shit. So, you know, I'm finna go on end this on a high note. And we gonna say, embrace what you going through. If you drop in a comment, I don't know. My shit just ain't been showing comments lately. I don't know, man. I think they banning my ass, but yeah, you know, don't let this world stop you from being who the fuck you supposed to be, and that's real. I'm out, man. I'm finna get the fuck up out of here. Finna roll up, smoke me a joint, and go to work in a few hours. God damn it. Get up and get some bread today, man, because as a man, that's all that you're worth. Okay? You can't do nothing if you ain't fucking, if you ain't giving no money, or if you ain't buying no food, you ain't getting if you ain't doing something. It's about what you do as a man. Lone Wolf TV, holla at your boy.